Hello, everyone. This is Meredith, the Betterment Babe, here with episode 2 of my video blog, which was going to be episode 1. But obviously, life sometimes throws us curveballs, and that's fine. But I did want to update everybody who reached out about my son, and he's he's doing great. He's eating more this week than last week. We're definitely in a better position than I was last week. Um, he's eating some more foods. He's had pizza. He's not quite at the, eating healthy full meals yet, but his food therapist says that he's doing great. And I'm going to choose to trust her as she is the expert. So um, thank you for checking on him. And I'm happy that things are going well with that ish. So, on to episode 2, which is the birth of the Betterment Babe, because I really did want to share the beginnings of this journey, and why it's so important to me and been so meaningful to me, and hopefully you're finding meaning in it too. So I do have obviously some upgrades. If you haven't noticed, I've got my little microphone. So if I hit it by accident, it's because I'm not used to it. I apologize in advance. I have my notes on my laptop, and I'm not stuck in my basement, which is awesome. There's sunlight today. So my son is downstairs playing Legos. My daughter's napping. So we're going to hopefully get through this without any hiccups. So let's get started. Um, I want to say that this whole my real wellness journey actually started in 2022 when my son was 2.5. I'm not going to go into all of that right now because I think that chapter of my life was so important in and of itself that it's going to be its own um, blog post. So I'm going to start with where manifestation came in and the whole idea of betterment and how bettering yourself can lead to you creating your own destiny, which was a very new concept to me, very radical. I've been in the world of law of attraction before. I've read the books maybe a decade ago. I don't think I was at a point in my life where I could fully um, uh, utilize those tools. But they fell in my lap again. And interestingly enough, they fell in my lap at a time where my husband and I were um, going through this financially charged decision. So we decided to entertain the idea of private school education for our son. We have very different takes on it in terms of um, benefit versus cost. Um, for me, I went to private school my whole life. I remember those years as some of the best years of my life. And my husband went to public school. And so we just have like difference of opinion. Um, but we said, you know what? It can't hurt. It can't hurt to explore 222. It's 222 right now. Angel numbers, which is, I love it. Um, so we decided to go down the path, and there were a couple of schools that we felt really good about, and that we knew Maxwell, that we thought would be a great fit for him. So we went through the process, submitted the applications, did the in-person tours, and at that point, it was all sort of up in the air. It was all up to destiny, right? Like we didn't really have control other than completing the applications and bringing him to the play date. So I don't think the whatever is inside right now, I don't think was there a few months ago. But once he got accepted to both, when we got that final acceptance from the second school, and we were like, okay, so now the choice is actually in our hands. Like we are the ones who are going to decide this. And it obviously, if you're familiar with the private school tuition rates, they're they're a lot, right? But in my mind, you get what you're paying for. So I'm not going to say they're expensive. I'm going to say that it is an investment. But for me, it's worth it. For my husband, it's obviously we're having this discussion. So in his mind, maybe it's not worth that amount. Anyway, so that's kind of where I was at when I discovered this whole new world. So I had at the time been listening to a lot of podcasts about wellness, longevity, not really wellness, more so longevity, health. Um, and I began searching for wellness podcasts just because I kind of wanted to branch out from just the health part. And I discovered Mari Llewellyn, who is she's the owner of Bloom Nutrition. She has some fitness apps, or one fitness app, sorry. And she does podcasts where she interviews, different people in the industry. And my first podcast that I listened to of hers was with Roxy Nafusi, and she is a manifestation expert. She's just got a lot of background in that, and she wrote a book called Manifest, which I now have, because as soon as I heard the podcast, I was like, I have to order this book, because the whole premise is that you can dictate your destiny in these very, I don't want to say easy steps, but easy, yes, because anybody can do it. And she's kind of laid it out as like this blueprint. And so I was like, well, I need to manifest a certain amount of money by decision date, which is February 18th. So that's the date that we have to make this decision if we're going to send our son to the school. And so I was like, I'm pulling out all the stops. There's nothing to lose, right? I realized that after ordering her book and reading her book, I had my enough is enough moment, which to me was that I was faced with a decision where finances played a role in me possibly not being able to give my son the very best opportunities in life. And everybody's enough is different, and that might sound, I don't even know if that sounds cringy. I'm sure my husband is like, why are you talking about this? But this is like my why, so I have to talk about this, and I'm trying to be very vague and not give specific numbers. So babe, forgive me. Anyway, so that was my enough is enough moment. I got this book. I followed it to a T. I had actually made a vision board like a week prior with my girlfriends, not even knowing that this book was going to come into my existence. But anyway, so it did, and I followed it. And then I started searching for manifestation podcasts, and then I came across Catherine Sankina, who is Manifestation Babe, and she's unbelievable. Like, I just connected with her instantly through her videos. She's just very genuine and real and not pretentious, and easy to kind of feel like I understood and kind of just got everything that she was saying and just wanted to put it into action. And so I did. I put everything into action, and I will be talking about all of those actions in subsequent posts and subsequent projects. But so at that time, I was going to one of the offices I work out of. It was about an hour and a half away, and I was going to that office a lot more. And so I had a lot of extra time in the car, and so I was listening to these podcasts, every second I could get, because they were so motivating. And one of the things that happened was I was in the car, and all of a sudden I just, in my head, Betterment Babe, Betterment Babe, Betterment Babe. Well, that sounds kind of catchy. I like that. I'm feeling something. And I was like, you know what? There's got to be a Betterment Babe out there. I looked on the domain. There was no domain. It was available. Went on the Instagram. There's no Instagram. That was available. So without knowing anything further than that, I decided to just purchase the domain and lock down the Instagram. Something was telling me, just do it. I know you don't know what you're doing. Just do it, because you're getting some sort of inspired idea, you need to take inspired action. So I did. And I locked those down. And then everything just sort of, it was like a snowball effect. I just started getting all of these ideas. And then there was nothing stopping me from putting them into action. So when the idea came, like, make a website, okay, well, I've made websites before. I know how to do that. And so I did it. And the start posting on Instagram. What am I going to start posting? I don't know what I'm going to start posting. Well, start posting about the workbook that you're doing, your Unleash Your Inner Money Babe, from Manifestation Babe, from Catherine Sankina. Start posting everything that you're learning each day. Okay, I can do that. Quotes, inspirational quotes. Then the idea of, I'm pretty proficient at making graphics and designs. And so, like, then I started that route. Like, well, what inspires me? Maybe that will inspire other people. And then so, I started with the mugs, the What's Your Why mug, and then the Betterment mug and the Manifestation mug. And then that went into the shirts and the journals and the water bottles. And then all of a sudden I have a collection, and it just started growing. And so since then, which has been less than a month ago, I started an LLC. I got an EIN number. I opened a business bank account. I've got the website. I've got a lot of stuff on the back end or behind the scenes that I'm working on that I can't wait to bring into fruition. Um, so in less than a month, I went from just sort of being okay and fine with my current existence, which is amazing. Like, I love my life. And I think that's why I'm able to kind of begin this up level process, because if you're not happy with how things are in the moment, or you can't find gratitude in how things are in the moment, it's hard. It's almost not really possible to get to the next level if you're not grateful for what you have now. And so thank God I already had that gratitude, right? My life was beautiful, but there was a moment where I said, you know what? I want more. And so 3 weeks later, I already have more. And so maybe not, I don't have that specific number as of yet, but I have accomplished already so much, and I feel very grateful for all of that. And so the Betterment Babe is here, and there's a lot to be excited for in the future. And I just want to thank you for following me and caring to be a part of this journey. Um, I hope that the things that I'm discovering are helping you to discover things in your own life as well, and in your own journey. Um, and I feel like I'm just taking everything one day at a time, and it's not perfect, and it's a work in progress, and that's part of what makes it so special, I think. And I just thank you for being here. And I, uh, I just, I'm just thinking if I want to make any announcements right now in terms of like what's coming up soon, but I think I will leave it a surprise. So thank you so much, and I will see you next week for episode 3. All right, bye.